Guys, welcome back. I am finally using the November 2022, yep, you heard me, November 22 Spellbinders Small Die of the Month, and it's the layered florals, I believe, and it's very, very pretty, and I realise we're in March 23, but you know, hey ho, we're using it. And I thought we'd do something a little different today. So at the moment I'm just layering up all the different pieces that come in the die set to create this floral arrangement, if you like. So the yellow piece, they're all very detailed flowers, and they create this beautiful backdrop. So the idea with it is that it's a card front. So what you could do is put two of these on top of each other, and that will create your full A2 front, which I think is incredibly gorgeous. And then the other thing you could do with it is lie them next to each other, which I will kind of show you in a minute, is to lie them next to each other so that they create like a long piece. So you could then create a slimline card instead. So I think that's a wonderful thing about Spellbinders. They just think about everything. so that you don't have to. And they create a lot of their dies so that they are multi-purpose. So there's lots of different things you can do with them, plus all your own ideas, and everybody else out there who has all these wonderful ideas to throw at us so we can try them. So when I was putting these flowers together, I was merrily going along, like you can see here. And when I looked a bit closer at the image sheet that comes with them, I realized that maybe I was putting these not quite the way they were intended. So yeah, it happened. There was a couple of pieces on the large flower that I actually put in there slightly. I think they were supposed to go on the smaller flower, but anyway, you know, it still worked out, and I still love it, and I think it looks cute. So we just kind of rolled with it. But it was while I was putting these together that I realized that maybe I was basically doing my own thing with it. That's okay too. So once I've done one of these, I'm actually going to create 4 of them, exactly the same color palette. And I did go with something a little different. As you can see, I've got yellow leaves. So and you know, yellow foliage in the background, but I just love the colors together, and I think this is where whatever takes your fancy as far as which colors go together, that's what you should do, because that is the right thing. There is no wrong. So I just added this sort of rich kind of deep purple, a sort of navy blue, and then a brighter blue with again a brighter yellow, and then a slightly richer kind of yellow. I think actually these are all like leftover pieces of Stampin' Up! Cardstock. So from that as a reference point, there is Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry, Rich Razzleberry for the purple, and Night of Navy, and Pacific. Can't think of the rest of that one. But the Pacific colour. Anyway, so here's the die set in its all its glory. So it's a layered floral card front, and it's beautiful. And then I have a piece of, this is actually the pink that comes in, the pink cardstock that was in the Simon Says card kit for February. I think it's the Doll Pink, if I'm not mistaken. And I cut that down to 8 by 8 inches to make an 8 by 8 scrapbook page. I thought this would just be kind of fun. I have a little scrapbook going of, it sounds weird, but of myself when I was a kid and a baby. So you're going to get a glimpse of that. But I am slowly putting this together, and I just thought, it's, you know, 8 by 8 albums are not that, you know, you just can't find them. I can't find them like this one was, with the sleeves and, you know, the proper plastic sleeves. I can't find an 8 by 8. It's 12 by 12, or it's the sort of pocket, kind of like a Project Life style, or it's, you know, hybrid being the 12 by 12, the full 12 by 12. There's not often that I've seen this sort of 8x8 album. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use it, fill it, and it'll be a nice little album to have. So all I've done is I've popped two of them at the top, two at the bottom, and lined them up, turning one sort of upside down, if you like, so that they sort of line up nicely in the middle. And that's also how you would create a slimline if you just use two of them side by side, to create your slimline card if you were making cards. I thought I'd do something different. I have like so many cards, so I thought let's do something a little different, but still make use of all these beautiful products. So I'm just making note. My mum is awesome. She put all the details, or on the back of the photos when I was a kid. So that's fab for me because I can then write some of those details down. The baby in this is actually my cousin, who's we're only a year apart. So yeah, and he's like many of my like all of my cousins. He's definitely one of my favorite people. So he had to make his debut as a baby. He doesn't know it yet. I'm sure he'll be fine. And then I layered that onto a piece of navy, so the same color blue that I have in the background. And I just trimmed it on the side so that the edge of the photo lines up on the edge of the piece of cardstock. And then also there's still that little border top and bottom on the around the photo, or top and bottom to the photo. That made any sense. I'm kind of winging this right now. So I decided I was trying to get some foam tape on the back so that it would not interfere with the florals, but actually it's going in an album, it doesn't matter. So, and the florals are stuck down flat. You could always have raised those up as well. So I just added some extra foam to the back of the photo, and then I will just stick it in the middle, and that is it. How easy is that for a scrapbook page? Super simple, a little bit of detailing on it. Obviously you can do as much journaling and that on there as you want. Obviously I was there, but I was little, so well, I'm still little, but so you can add as much as you want to that. But I hope that was fun, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye for now.